Hello everyone, how's it going? I hope you're doing well and welcome back. So if you've been following along for a little bit, you may know that I am going to be having jaw surgery in just a couple of weeks. And I'm actually going to Spain to have this done. And so there's definitely a lot of prep happening. I'm really thinking ahead to what a big change this is gonna be, and not just from traveling and being in a different time zone and a different place, but then having a completely different routine following surgery and going through all the recovery for a couple of weeks while I'm there. So as I was thinking about this, it got me thinking about how this is actually kind of an underutilized strategy to implement a change in your life, or to create a new habit, or start a new behavior or something like that. And that is when you already have kind of a major disruption to your daily routine or to your environment, and you can use that as a chance to also make other changes that you might be wanting to make. Because a lot of our life is just on autopilot, right? We just kind of do things on our normal routine, on our habitual patterns, and it's almost kind of unconscious. Like you just sort of wake up in the morning and you go through your morning routine, or like you drive to work going the same way every day. You're not really even thinking about it, you just end up there. And it's not until something interrupts that, like there's a detour and you have to go a different way to work, or you get up in the morning and you're out of coffee or something, and you have to then kind of consciously make new decisions, or you have to kind of start to change that normal routine that you would just go through automatically. And when that happens, it is a great time to also create other change. So if there's something else that you are wanting to do, again, maybe you're trying to build a new habit, you're trying to start a new behavior, and when some of those environmental cues or triggers have changed, or maybe if you are in a new location or you're just out of your normal space and those cues and triggers of what's around you are totally gone, it's a great chance to start to build that new habit, because you are not sort of being pushed into your normal routine from what is around you and from just sort of going through those motions like you usually would. So a good example of this would be like if you were going on vacation, and let's say maybe one of the things that you've been trying to do is spend less time on your phone or on social media or something like that. And so when you go on vacation, again, it's just sort of, you're out of your normal daily routine, you're not picking up your phone as much, or you just don't need to be on it as much for other things. Maybe you can leave it somewhere different than you normally would, so you're not seeing it all the time. Whatever it is that just works to create a little bit of a disruption to that normal pattern that you would be following. Or maybe you are doing a kitchen renovation, or something is happening in your house where it's just your normal space around you is changing in some way. So you have to kind of go about your daily patterns again in a slightly different way. I mean, look at all the things that we have adapted to just the last year or two in the pandemic, where people are suddenly working from home and they realize that maybe they don't need to be in the office every day, or maybe they don't need to work, normal working hours, and that can still really work well, or they can change up their routine or their habits in a way that works better for them. We've maybe learned that we can do workouts at home or virtually instead of having to go to a gym. There's just a lot of ways that when you are adapting to another change in your life, if there's some behavior you want to add in or make a change to, that is a great opportunity to do that at the same time. So just sort of think about what other changes might be coming up in your life, or what things might be disrupting your normal patterns. Even something like seasonal changes, where maybe, again, the light changes, you maybe go to bed earlier, or you're not going outside as much. Whatever it is that is a change in your normal daily patterns, just a little bit of a change to that autopilot that we are usually on, and how you can use that to also implement some other change that you might be wanting to create, or wanting to start a new habit, or sort of build a new routine into your life. And if you give it a try, let me know. Or maybe you're already doing this in some way and you didn't even realize it, or maybe it's something a strategy that you have used in the past. I would love to hear about how you have used this, or how you think you might be able to use it in the future. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't already. And if you would like to follow along with my jaw surgery adventure, I have a whole series of videos on that as well. I'll link to them down below, but you can also check those out. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you soon.